FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Since the subject of this is politics, I want to point out that I'm a supporter of Barack Obama, and I guess I have been since he announced. But I did, having read his books, notice a passage in which he talks about lesbian friends and feeling terrible that they can't marry, but makes it very clear to them, actually, that if his politics depends on not supporting their marriage rights, he won't support those rights. Now, he's for civil unions. I don't think that he will go very far in our direction. If, in fact, the stakes are high enough so that there's a liability in doing so. I think this passage in the book indicates an attitude about gay rights. And I think we're going to have to push him, assuming he's elected. I don't think he would stand in our way, but I think a lot of the emphasis in our agendas will be congressional. And so I think even more important than the question of the presidency is going to be creating a filibuster-proof majority in the US Senate of Democrats. Lieberman notwithstanding, although Lieberman is pro-gay rights. I think that makes it most likely that federal legislation will be enacted on our behalf, and I think that the president, if Obama is the president, he would probably sign such legislation. I don't think he will originate it. Without federal legislation that guarantees our rights as couples and as individuals, you cannot have a hodgepodge of state laws directing whether or not you can marry or not marry and what your rights are and what they're not. There's a limited victory in winning these state battles if the federal law remains hostile to gay couples. I remember, I'm old enough, being one of those over 65s. I'm not over 65, but I will be soon. I am old enough to remember traveling the country with my partner with a book, a little book published by the ACLU called The Rights of Gay People. Why did there have to be a book about this? Well, because every state had different laws. And if you travel from state to state, before you could check into a hotel, you needed to know what the laws were in that state. And so we had this book in our glove compartment as we traveled. And I remember learning to my horror that if you were in a free state without sodomy laws and you went to a national park and you were camping, you could be busted because it's federal land. Hence, if you went to a national park in any state, like California, let's say, a park ranger could come and bust you in your tent. And that's what I mean when I say that federal laws are the key to equality for us. And so I think all the emphasis in the movement ought to be on electing that majority. I think congressional elections are the most important thing that lie ahead for us.